We know our next guest as a football legend, GMA co-host extraordinaire, and now a bona fide fashion designer. Please welcome Michael Strahan.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Michael. What up,
Welcome
Michael?
to the show, Michael.
Hi.
Thank you. You know,
So excited to have you.
I have never been on your show, and I'm doing it virtually, but I am extremely happy to be on the show. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Wait, Michael, I
Well,
have
it's
a
about
question.
time you
From
made
one
it
talk
here,
show
Michael.
host-
Okay.
Right. From one talk show host to another, do you really watch The Real?
I do. Are you kidding me? Absolutely, I watch the
Really?
real. I watch you get married. I watch Lonnie and her mans and everything. You know, Jenny Ma. I watch you, Garcelle. I know you, so you know I watch you. And,
We know
and
each
I am
other.
happy. Garcelle, congratulations, by the way, of joining an incredible group of women on an incredible show. But I do love the show. You guys always have a great audience when I was watching. Now you don't have that, but obviously they're still at home watching you because I'm sure they love you as much as I do.
The party's still going on over here.
Thank
Wait,
you, Michael.
yeah, I know
We
he really
love
does
you
want
so
you,
much,
there was a
Michael.
major-
You know what I missed out when you
We gotta
dance
get to the
out.
interview.
That's one of my favorite things when y'all dance out.
Right.
to see the
Okay,
cute
Michael.
fits. I know.
As you can tell, you're a man of many talents, but we hear that you mastered one during the quarantine. What is it?
Oh, you talking about Chef Boyardee? Yeah, you know what? I was sitting around
Nice.
all this time on my hands, hungry, pandemic. What else is there to do? So I started cooking, and I absolutely loved it. It's a lot of work, though. Like the cooking part's easy, it's the prep. And so now I'm looking at every
Yeah.
chef, and I bow down to every chef. It's a lot of work, especially it's hard to feed other people. I'm fine feeding myself, but other people get involved. I'm like, nah, I'm selfish.
Right.
Feel
Michael,
you.
we have to ask you, if you were still active player with the NFL, how would you feel about playing during the pandemic?
You know, it would be tough for the reason that you're out there in the fan interaction and having the 80,000 people screaming, even if they're booing you, it's still motivation. So not to have that would be tough playing, but every Monday morning when you woke up after the game and you looked and that check is in your account, you're like, I'm okay, I'm cool.
That part.
Okay.
Michael, I feel you. Well, Keep it now, real. Michael, along with the pandemic, there's also a lot of racial tension right now in the world. And you once commented on what it's like to be a black man in America. You said that the color of your skin makes people afraid of you. So do you still feel this way? And if so, what do you think, Michael, is the solution?
Well, absolutely. I think there are people who judge somebody by the color of their skin the second that they walk into a room or the second that they, they see them. And I am the same way. I'm fortunate now to be someone that they know so they feel more comfortable with me. But if I got a mask on and a hat on, or if I'm driving a car, I get pulled over just like everybody else for doing nothing. You know, I can see people tense up until they realize it's me. And it's just something that is, you know, kids don't know this. We teach this. People
Yes.
in some way, shape, or
That's
form
right.
learn
That's
this
right.
behavior. And I think as a parent, be very careful to what you watch, be very careful to what you say, be very careful at how you treat people around your kids and people that don't look like you, because your kids are going to learn from you. Yeah. And this is not something that is going to change unless you start with your kids. And that's a responsibility of ours, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a systematic problem that's not going to, it's not going to change overnight. But you got to start somewhere. And right now is about as close to the time that I've ever experienced in my lifetime that I think people are really, really committed to making a change.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
Wow.
Well said.
That was a whole word right there. That was a preaching, and I loved it. Your father, we want to talk about your father, who had a huge impact on your life and your career, and we are so sorry to hear of his passing. But you once said that he was the one who motivated you to start training when you were so young. How so?
Yeah, I mean, my dad, thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. My dad, Major Gene Willie Strahan, when I was in Germany, I was growing up 13 years old, and my brothers called me Bob. Bob meant booty on back.
Really?
So I had a big old butt. Yeah. So I started working out. So I started doing the Jane Fonda tapes. and I started doing the Herschel Walker push-ups and sit-ups. And my
Wait,
dad,
what?
he would encourage me.
I love it.
I really started working out to Jane Fonda. And that's a true story. And my dad saw that, he encouraged me, and then he said, you know what, let's work out together. So for the next 3 or 4 years, we went to the gym together basically every single day. And I was in Germany. And my father kept saying, one day, son, it'll pay off. One day it'll pay off. I didn't know anything about football. I don't think he really thought that was the way it was going to pay off. But ultimately, my senior year, he sent me to Houston to live with my uncle and said, you're going to get a football scholarship. My father never said if. He always said when. So whenever he told me something, I never doubted it was going to happen because there was never any doubt. When it's happened, okay, go get a football scholarship, no problem. So it worked out. My dad was an amazing man, and I'm gonna miss him, but he's always here, always in my heart.
That's right.
Wow, what a wise man.
Lessons to Dad.
I love that story. That was, I'm sure he was very, very proud of you. Michael, you're not only a host, you're also a fashion designer. Tell us about your new line, which is called MSX by Michael Strahan for NFL.
Well, this is, we have a collection by Michael Strahan, which is suits and ties. I have MSX, which is athleisure wear. And this is MSX by Michael Strahan for NFL. And this is all NFL licensed gear. So, everybody's at home watching their teams. Who say you can't sit at home on your couch and look comfortable and promote your team and feel good about it? So I'm actually wearing a camo. Great. I love camo. So I'm wearing a camo hoodie right now from the collection. But, I love
representing my team.
Who's your team, Adrian? Who's your team?
The Giants. I am a New Yorker, and I'm in New York right now. They be struggling sometimes, but I love them.
Oh, struggling sometimes.
I love
We've been
Giants
struggling for the last 8 years. We've been struggling for years.
Okay.
So,
I'm holding on to them like I'm holding on for the Knicks.
Well, you know what? Don't hold on for that either, sweetheart. I ain't gonna lie to you. They are in trouble too. But
I love that gear.
Whatever
I love it. You can rep
is,
at home.
And I got you. I'm gonna send each of you. Tell me your teams when we're done here. I'll make sure everyone gets something for them, for their kids or whatever.
Yes.
So you can rep your favorite team because I love it, and this is full circle for me because starting in the NFL and being an improbable player to doing what I do now, which is improbable in a lot of ways. I never expected it to kind of go full circle and go back to the NFL where I started and be able to have a line with them is really special. And I'm just grateful for life. Thank you.
Congratulations on everything.
Congratulations, Michael. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you. If you want to look super fly this football season, MSX by Michael Strahan for NFL is available right now. Head on over to thereal.com for more information. And don't forget to check Michael out on Fox NFL Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox.